Hi, I'm Maria. I'm 62 years old, and up until 3 weeks ago, I thought I had raised a decent son. Funny how fast everything can change when you're lying in a hospital bed, recovering from pneumonia, and you overhear the wrong conversation. Let me back up a bit. I've lived in Portland my entire life, worked as a school librarian for 35 years, and saved every penny I could. My husband died 10 years ago, leaving me the house and a comfortable nest egg. My son, Derek, is 34. Always been a bit entitled, but I figured that was just his generation. Mom, you need anything? Derek had asked during one of his hospital visits, scrolling through his phone the entire time. Just some water, honey. And maybe you could stay off that thing for 5 minutes? Sorry, Mom. Work stuff. You know how it is? He didn't look up. My best friend Linda visited more often than he did. She'd bring magazines and actually talk to me. That boy of yours still buried in his phone? Linda asked one afternoon. Always. Says it's work, but I don't know what kind of work requires checking Instagram every 30 seconds. Have you thought about what you're leaving him? Maybe that's what's on his mind. Linda, don't be morbid. I'm not dying. It's just pneumonia. I know, honey. I'm just saying, you've got that house, the retirement accounts. You should make sure everything's in order. It is. Derek's the sole beneficiary. He knows that. The conversation that changed everything happened on a Thursday evening. I'd been moved to a recovery ward and visiting hours were over. I was drifting off when I heard voices in the hallway right outside my door. Man, I can't believe you're actually doing this. That was Derek's friend, Justin. Keep your voice down, idiot. Derek's voice. It's foolproof. The doctor said she's got at least another week here. That gives me time to file everything. But dude, she's your mom. And she's sitting on $500,000 in assets doing nothing with it. The house alone is worth $350K. Do you know what I could do with that? Yeah, but nothing. I've got a copy of her will. I'm listed as sole beneficiary. All I need is a death certificate, and Dr. Morrison owes me a favor. You're talking about fraud, Derek. Major fraud. It's only fraud if someone finds out. Who's gonna check? She's got no other family. By the time anyone notices, I'll have liquidated everything and moved to Costa Rica. My blood ran cold. My own son, planning to fake my death. What about Linda? She visits her all the time. Linda's nobody. Once the death certificate is filed, what's she gonna do? Mom will be cremated before anyone can verify anything. I pressed the call button frantically. A nurse arrived within seconds. Mrs. Hernandez? What's wrong? I lowered my voice to barely a whisper. I need you to call Linda Pritchard. Her number's in my phone. Tell her to come immediately. Tell her Maria needs her now. Don't let my son know I'm awake. The nurse looked confused but nodded. Is everything okay? No, but it will be. Just please call Linda. 30 minutes later, Linda burst through the door. I'd sent the nurses away, claiming I needed rest. Maria, what's going on? The nurse said it was urgent. Close the door, lock it. She did, her face pale. You're scaring me. I should be scared. Linda, I need you to listen very carefully. Derek is planning to fake my death and steal my inheritance. What? That's insane. I heard him, in the hallway, talking to Justin about getting a fake death certificate from some doctor he knows. He's planning to file it while I'm still here, claim I'm dead, and liquidate everything before anyone notices. Linda sank into the chair beside my bed. Oh my God. Maria, what are we going to do? We're going to let him think it worked. You've lost your mind. That's your son. That's exactly why we're doing this. I need to see how far he'll go. I need proof. And then I need to make sure he never gets a dime. Linda wasn't convinced, but she agreed to help. We spent the next 2 days planning. The first step was getting me out of the hospital without anyone knowing. Dr. Morrison isn't your regular physician, right? Linda asked. Never heard of him until Derek mentioned the name. My doctor is Dr. Patterson. Okay, so we tell Dr. Patterson what's happening. Get her on our side. Dr. Patterson, a no-nonsense woman in her 50s, listened to our story with increasing alarm. Mrs. Hernandez, this is a serious accusation. Are you certain about what you heard? Doctor, I was a librarian for 35 years. I know how to listen. My son is planning to defraud the government and steal from me. If what you're saying is true, we need to involve authorities. Not yet, I said firmly. I need proof, real proof. Right now, it's my word against his. What are you proposing? Discharge me quietly. To Linda's house. Don't update my records immediately. Let's see if he actually goes through with filing a false death certificate. Dr. Patterson frowned. That's highly irregular. Please, Linda interjected. Maria's right. We need evidence. If we accuse him now, he'll just deny everything. But if he actually files false documents, we'll have him dead to rights. I could lose my license for this. You could save someone's life savings, I countered. And catch a criminal in the act. After a long pause, Dr. Patterson nodded. I'll discharge you today. Officially, you'll be transferred to a rehabilitation facility for continued care. That should buy you time. But Mrs. Hernandez, if your son files a fraudulent death certificate, we're going straight to the police. Agreed? Agreed. That night, Linda helped me sneak out through a service exit. We drove to her place in silence. I can't believe we're doing this, Linda muttered. I can't believe I have to. The next morning, Linda went back to the hospital to visit me, playing her part perfectly. She even posted about it on Facebook. Visiting my dear friend Maria, praying for her recovery. Derek commented within minutes. Thanks for being there for her, Linda. Means a lot. 2 days later, Linda came home with news. You're not going to believe this. I was at the hospital pretending to visit you, and I overheard one of the nurses talking. Derek came by this morning asking about funeral arrangements. Already? Gets worse. He told them you'd deteriorated overnight and passed away. He was crying, Maria, actual tears. He always was good at drama. Did they buy it? The nurses seemed sympathetic, but Dr. Patterson pulled me aside. She said Derek's been asking about expediting paperwork. He wants to move fast. My phone rang. It was Derek. Don't answer, Linda warned. I have to. He can't know I know. I picked up. Hello? Hi, this is Derek Hernandez. I'm trying to reach my mother, Maria, but this is her phone. Who is this? I held the phone away, letting Linda respond. This is Linda Pritchard. I'm sorry, Derek, but who are you trying to reach? My mother. This is her number. Oh, honey, this is Maria's phone. I have it with me. She's still in the hospital. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm just stressed. Can I ask you something? Has she seemed worse to you? Linda's eyes met mine. She's been about the same. Why? No reason. Just worried. Listen, I need to go, but Linda, thanks for being there for her. She's lucky to have a friend like you. After he hung up, Linda looked at me. He's testing me, seeing if I suspect anything. Then we need to move faster. What's the plan for finding out if he actually files the certificate? I called my nephew. He works at the county clerk's office. He's going to monitor any death certificate filings for your name. Linda, you're brilliant. I'm terrified. But yeah, sometimes brilliant. 3 days later, Linda's nephew called. Linda, it's Jake. You sitting down? She put him on speaker. What did you find? Death certificate was filed this morning for Maria Hernandez. Filed by Derek Hernandez, signed by a Dr. Morrison. Cause of death listed as respiratory failure due to pneumonia. Linda looked at me, her face pale. He did it. He actually did it. There's more. He also filed for expedited probate. He's moving to liquidate the estate immediately. How long do we have? Maybe a week before the house goes on the market. Maybe less. I stood up, steadier than I'd felt in days. Then it's time for me to crash a funeral. Derek scheduled my funeral for that Saturday. Linda kept me updated through her grieving friend Facebook posts, which Derek responded to with heartfelt comments about how much I'd meant to everyone. The service is at Riverside Memorial, Linda reported. 2 p.m. He's invited about 30 people. Who's coming? Mostly his friends, believe it or not. A few of your old colleagues from the library. Mrs. Chen from next door. Mrs. Chen? She's 90. He's making that poor woman come to a fake funeral? He posted about it on social media, Said it was what you would have wanted. The fury I felt was unlike anything I'd experienced. This wasn't just theft. It was violation, erasure. Linda, I need you to record everything that happens when I walk in there. Already planned on it, honey. Saturday arrived. I dressed carefully, the same outfit I'd been wearing in my most recent Facebook photo. Linda drove me to the funeral home, parking a block away. You ready for this? She asked. No, but I'm doing it anyway. We waited until 2:15, letting the service begin. Through Linda's nephew's girlfriend's cousin who worked at the funeral home, we knew Derek was mid-eulogy. I walked through the front doors, Linda right behind me with her phone recording. The lobby was empty, but I could hear Derek's voice from the chapel. And my mother taught me the value of family, of loyalty, of... I pushed open the chapel doors. The effect was immediate and spectacular. Derek stopped mid-sentence, his face going from grief-stricken to ghost white in seconds. Mrs. Chen screamed. Someone dropped their program. Sorry I'm late, I said clearly, walking down the aisle. Traffic was murder. Mom, Derek's voice cracked. But you're dead. Funny story about that. I reached the front of the chapel, standing directly in front of my own casket. Empty, I assumed, or perhaps holding some flowers for effect. Turns out reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. I don't understand. The hospital said nothing, Derek. You, on the other hand, said quite a lot. His friend Justin stood up from the front row. Mrs. Hernandez? Oh man, Derek, what did you— Shut up, Justin, Derek snapped. Then to me, Mom, there must be some mistake. I was told you died. The death certificate, the fraudulent death certificate you filed? The one signed by Dr. Morrison, who I've never met? That death certificate? The room erupted in whispers. I could see Derek's mind racing, trying to find an angle. Mom, I can explain. Please do. Explain to all these nice people how you decided to kill me off while I was recovering from pneumonia. Explain how you planned to steal my house, my retirement accounts, everything I worked for over 35 years. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like, Derek? Because I heard you, in the hospital hallway, talking to Justin about how foolproof your plan was, about liquidating my assets and moving to Costa Rica. You're confused. The medication. Don't you dare blame this on medication. My voice rose. I heard every word. You said I was sitting on $500,000 in assets doing nothing with it. You said all you needed was a death certificate and that Dr. Morrison owed you a favor. Derek's face shifted from defensive to desperate. Mom, please. Can we talk about this privately? Privately? So you can try to manipulate me some more? Absolutely not. I made a mistake. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was stressed about money and You just decided to erase me from existence. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, I panicked. I'll fix this. We can fix this. No, Derek, we can't. There is no we. You don't get to apologize your way out of fraud, forgery, and attempted theft. He moved toward me, and his expression changed. The desperation morphed into anger. You're really going to do this? Ruin me over a misunderstanding? A misunderstanding? You filed a death certificate. Because I needed the money. Do you have any idea how much debt I'm in? I'm drowning, Mom. And that gives you the right to steal from me? I'm your son. That money should be mine anyway. Not while I'm alive, it shouldn't. His hand shot out, grabbing my arm roughly. You're going to withdraw the complaint. You're going to tell everyone this was a mistake. Let go of me. Not until you promise to fix this. Derek, you're hurting me. His grip tightened. Then promise. Linda stepped forward. Let her go, Derek. Stay out of this, Linda. But Mrs. Chen's grandson, a large man who'd played college football, was already moving. He pulled Derek's hand off my arm, pushing him backward. Don't touch her again, he said quietly. Derek lunged at me, but the grandson caught him. In the struggle, Derek swung wildly, his fist connecting with the grandson's jaw. That's when the funeral home director called the police. The police arrived within minutes. Derek was arrested for assault, and once they heard the full story, additional charges were filed: fraud, forgery, and attempted theft. Mrs. Hernandez, you'll need to come to the station to give a formal statement, Officer Williams said. Of course, and I have a witness who recorded the entire confrontation. Linda held up her phone. Every word. At the station, Detective Ramirez took my statement. Mrs. Hernandez, your son is looking at serious prison time. Are you sure you want to press charges? Detective, he tried to erase me from existence to steal my life savings. Yes, I'm pressing charges. Some parents might be inclined to forgive. I'm not some parents. I worked 35 years for everything I have. There will be no forgiveness. The legal process moved quickly. Derek's friend Justin, terrified of being charged as an accessory, turned state's witness. Dr. Morrison confessed to everything. The evidence was overwhelming. 2 weeks later, Derek's attorney called Linda. He wants to apologize. He's written your friend a letter. Tell him to save his ink, I said when Linda relayed the message. Mrs. Hernandez, he's your son. Don't you think? No, and any further contact attempts will be documented as harassment. The trial took 3 months. Derek pled guilty. He got 7 years, 3 for fraud, 2 for forgery, 2 for assault. At sentencing, the judge asked if I wanted to speak. Yes, Your Honor. I looked directly at Derek. Your Honor, my son didn't just try to steal my money. He tried to steal my existence. He looked at me and saw only dollar signs. He was willing to erase me, make everyone believe I was dead, all so he could fund a retirement in Costa Rica. I raised him better than this. There is no apology that would make this right, no amount of remorse that would justify what he did. I hope this sentence serves as a reminder that some betrayals cannot be forgiven. Derek's eyes were red, but I felt nothing, just relief. After sentencing, Linda took me to lunch. How are you feeling? She asked. Lighter, is that horrible? No, honey, it's honest. I thought I'd feel guilty, but I don't. He made his choices. And now he's paying for them. I keep thinking about all the times I made excuses for him. Told myself he'd grow out of being selfish. Maria, you were a good mother. What he became isn't your fault. Maybe, but I won't make that mistake again. I sold the house 3 months later. Too many memories. I bought a condo near Linda's place and started volunteering at the library again. Derek sent letters from prison. I returned them all unopened. His friends reached out on social media telling me how sorry he was. I blocked them all. 1 year later, Derek was granted a supervised phone call. I declined. The prison chaplain called next. Mrs. Hernandez, would you consider reconciliation? He's your son? Chaplain, I appreciate your concern, but no. Some bridges, once burned, can't be rebuilt. But family. He was my son. Now he's a criminal who tried to rob me. Those are different things. Don't you believe in second chances? I believe in consequences. Derek had every chance to be a good son. He chose fraud instead. Life is good now. I have my freedom, my savings, and my dignity. Derek has 7 years to think about what he lost. And honestly, that feels like justice. What would you do if you discovered your own child had faked your death? Would you press charges or try to forgive? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more true stories of betrayal and justice.